Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I am returning to you for a album review, and this is a request album review that someone wanted me to review, and this is for Psychosexual's Torch the Faith album review that I just got done listening to. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this whole album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, what I think of this album overall, it is atrocious. It is just the worst fucking thing I've heard in 2020. Um, it's just as bad as 6ix9ine, not Gooba, but Tattletales. It's almost as bad as that album, but it's pretty bad. I heard this single Baby on Fire, and I'm like, shitty lyrics, shitty vocal performance from Jeremy Spencer, from the former Five Finger Death Punch drummer, the ex Five Finger Death Punch drummer, and his they call him Devil Daddy or whatever, and this band sucks. They just fucking suck. Uh, just Let the Sin Begins, another song that had some electronics in it, and in the beginning of the song, and then it just gets really bad after that. Just the way Jeremy Spencer is singing the song, it's just not good. And I Want to Be the Blood in Your Cut is. I like the I'll Be With You Always part, but I don't like the whole song. It's kind of a letdown. And Cut Me Up is another one that I found very disappointing. It was a little better, but it was very disappointing. And Torch the Fate was disappointing too. There was a lot of bad songs on this album. Pretty much all of them were very bad. Which is why it's not gonna get a very good rating. It's gonna get. I can't spoil what I'm giving the rating just yet. I still got a little bit more to talk about with the tracks. Lady Killer is very shitty. It's got very bad lyrics. I Bite was really bad. The I Choke You part, and I'm like, this is just the most cringiest lyric I've ever heard. But Baby on Fire's got to be the most hated song on this album. Because I do not like what it represents and what the meaning of it is. It just sounds like he's trying to torch an actual baby on fire, and I'm like, this is fucked up. I'm like, why would you make a title of a song that? It might be something else. I don't know the full meaning behind it, but still, it's fucked up. That song is just bad. Afterlife Wife was atrocious. I didn't like the way Jeremy Spencer was singing it. He's actually a very terrible singer, to be honest. I'm just pointing out my honesty in this review, and it's kind of a rant, to be honest. But Lips Turn Blues, another horrible song. Didn't like it. I just found it to be very atrocious and very bad and very cringy too at times with how the melody's playing out. And Tearing You Apart was probably a little bit long, but they also made a bonus track, which is I Want to Be the Blood in Your Cut alternate mix, and it's getting the same rating as I gave the I Want to Be the Blood in Your Cut original song. I didn't like it. And What Doesn't Kill Me Had Better Start Running was kind of shitty. I just didn't like it. Most of these songs got 0.5s and 1 out of 5s and 1.5s and going up all the way to 2.5, but it doesn't get higher than that. I think Cut Me Up was probably a little better, but it wasn't good. It was far from good. It was just disappointing. It was probably the only song I could possibly come back to, but I don't know if I'd really enjoy it as a whole, this whole album, but yeah. This is just a god awful album. And it could be a lot better. So much better. But nope. Jeremy Spencer, the lead singer of the band Psychosexual, just wanted to put out a good record, and it failed. It failed miserably. It failed worse than Five Finger Death Punch's new album. And I think it was a little better, but still Five Finger Death Punch's new album wasn't even that good. But overall, I think Psychosexual Torch the Faith, the album, is just really bad. It is so bad that it should have been on my worst albums of 2020. But it didn't make the cut because I just got done hearing it, and I already did my list of worst albums like about a month ago. And I hope you did enjoy that video, because I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. But out of 10, I'm giving this album a 1.5 out of 10. This is just bleh. It's just so bad that I do not want to hear this again. And I'm probably going to have to review the EP that this other guy requested me to review, which I'll check it out. If I decide to do it tonight, I will. If not, it's going to be tomorrow. I got to see what I'm doing for videos, but definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Psychosexual album, Torch the Faith, if you've heard it. And sorry that I'm very late to doing this review. I just never came around to doing it because never heard of this band. And now I have, and they are shit. And I don't really like them. That's just my honest opinion. And I know other people are going to be like, oh, well, you don't know your music or whatever. I'm like, I do know my music. It's just, this is not really good music. This is just terrible lyrics, terrible singing from Jeremy Spencer, and guitar and drum work is not even that great. It's alright, but it's not even that great. I think the guitarists and the drummers do a little bit better than what Jeremy Spencer is singing and what he's trying to sing as his vocal range goes. But yeah, he's not a great singer. And if you like this review that I made for Psychosexual Torch the Faith album review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. Guess this was kind of a rant video. I didn't really rant as much, but yeah, I don't really like this album. That's just my honest opinion. And I'm sticking with what I know for what I listen to. And this is just atrocious. This is the worst thing I've ever heard this year. And it's already almost the end of the year, and I just didn't care for this. So I'm gonna avoid coming back to it. Because I listened to it once, gave it a chance, and didn't like it. But anyways, I will be returning to you for their EP review. I'm gonna check it out and see if it's better than this piece of garbage of an album that I heard from them. But overall, 1.5 out of 10 I'm giving this album. This is just god awful. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review for Psychosexual Torch the Faith. Definitely stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.